Hey everyone, it's the Diplomat, and we are on part 57 of the Chris Watts Discovery Read-Through. We will start on page 1763, and in this part we're just going to go through about 20 pages, but it's filled with very interesting information, including the evidence reports on all of the different cell phones that they got warrants on and searched, including two of Chris's. One is his work cell phone, and the other is his personal cell phone. We also have Shanann's cell phone as well as the Mistress's. So we'll go through different text messages, web searches, and things of that nature. So let's get right into it. This first page is Northern Colorado Regional Forensic Laboratory. It's a laboratory report regarding digital evidence analysis of the Frederick Police Department. Date of the report is October 3rd, 2018, and investigated by David Baumover. Lists involve subjects and a number of CBI items. Number 98 is Chris Watts' work cell phone, black iPhone 5S. Next, item 41. Sorry, that last one was item 40. This is item 41. Chris Watts' personal cell phone, black iPhone. Item number 42, Shanann's cell phone, rose gold iPhone. Item number 43, Mistress' cell phone, black iPhone 6. And then it says item CD2. And then it's findings for items 40 through 43. Request. Detective Dave Baumover of the Frederick Police Department requested items 40 to 43 be processed for evidence related an ongoing homicide investigation. Legal authority is based on signed search warrants. Results, opinions, and interpretations. Synopsis. Reports were generated from Axiom and Celebrate for all submitted items. These reports include numerous sub-reports which may assist in review of the data. Sub-reports include chats, timeline, contacts, web-based artifacts, and more. All reports have been provided on CD2. Reports should be reviewed in their entirety. Findings. To access the content on CD2, double-click on index.html. This will open a web page revealing the content of the report. The following headings and content can be found on the web page. Processing photos. Processing photos have been separated into different directories corresponding to the item number. These photographs include details from the phone which weren't captured well with the automated tools. Axiom. Reports have been generated from Axiom for each submitted item. One report is all extracted data. The second report consists of a portable case report, and when available, I have included a message report which includes all available messages in a single HTML report. The portable case report is designed to load and customize searches, and reports can be exported. Celebrate. An HTML and UFED reader report was generated for each submitted item. The UFED reader report can be loaded, and customized searches and reports can be exported. Note, CD2 contains bookmarked files which will be in a variety of file formats. Most files can be viewed using Internet Explorer, Microsoft Word, Works, Excel, Media Player, Adobe Acrobat, Notepad, or WordPad. Prior to processing any of the items, each item was documented via processing photos to document the condition of the item and the evidence packaging. Each item was processed with both Axiom and Celebrate. Reports were generated from each tool, which will include all available data that was capable of being extracted. A brief manual review of each phone was done to ensure the data extracted is consistent with the phone's contents. iPhones do not allow access to all apps found on the device, and therefore some data may still exist on the phone which was not extracted. Data for apps such as Facebook and Facebook Messenger is not provided due to the security of the iPhone and the permissions set by the app manufacturer. For each item, a portable case report was generated using both Axiom and Celebrate. which allows for customized searches and sub-report to be created if necessary. Additionally, I created HTML-based reports from each tool, which should be reviewed. Reports include timeline SMS messages, contacts, mobile artifacts, web-based artifacts, and more. The iPhone is very efficient at deleting user content in a manner that makes recovery difficult or impossible. Within each report, I have included the deleted content that was recoverable. Item 40. So this is Chris's work cell phone. Item 40 is black-colored iPhone 5S. Prior to processing, photos were taken to document the phone's condition. This phone was secured by way of a PIN which was provided. Prior to processing, the phone was placed in a Ramsey box to charge. It was determined the phone was in airplane mode and therefore the phone was removed and processed using both Celebrite and Axiom. I reviewed the timeline within the Celebrite report, and it appeared the noted last message on August 12, 2018 was sent at 6:12 p.m., and the next message was sent on August 13, 2018 at 6:31 a.m., following an attempted phone call to Cody at 6:29 a.m. I manually reviewed the phone's content and documented several artifacts found within the phone to include the health data section and the location services section of the phone. These photographs include physical activities such as steps and other movement-related activity dated August 12th to 13th. The location services noted activity in Rogan on August 13th, 2018. All of this information will be available within the processing photos for the device. Below are some of the screenshots found within the processing photos. As we come down, we see a screenshot. It says significant locations. That's the screen that the phone is on. And it gives some history. And there it shows Rogan or Rogan, I can't remember. One location, that's August 13th, and then Erie, Colorado is August 8th. North Glen, Colorado is August 8th as well. Platteville, Colorado says 2 locations, that's June 19th through August 8th. And then it says Frederick, Colorado, and it's hard to make out the dates on that one. June 19th to August 8th. And then it has another screenshot of Rogan, and it says 9:54 a.m. to 1:06 p.m. on August 13th. Also 9:02 to 9:30 a.m. on August 13th. 12:06 to 12:57 p.m. on July 3rd. And 1:14 p.m. to 2:24 p.m. on July 2nd. Walking and running distance is another screenshot. It says August 12th, 12 p.m. to August 13th, 12 p.m. Total is 0.63 miles. It shows August 12th from 3 to 6 there to be movement, 3 to 6 p.m. And then August 13th, a whole bunch of movement between 5 and 9 a.m. So that's on that Monday. So looks like a bunch of movement at 5 a.m., very little at 6, and then 7, 8, and 9 a bunch. So that's 6 a.m. Pretty sure that's when he was driving. So that would explain why there's walking or running movement at 5, 7, 8, and 9 when he was at the sites. So the next page shows number of steps that Chris took. This is August 12th at 8 p.m. to August 13th at 8 p.m. And we can see spikes here at the same times of 5, 7, 8, and 9, where he went about 480 steps. And then down at 6 when he was driving was only 100 or so. And then 7 we have 400. 8 we have almost 800. and then 9 it drops back down to 200. And then there are a couple of blips after 12, around 1 o'clock, just a few steps, and 7, even less than that. The total here is 2,039 steps. We also have walking and running distance on the next page of 0.66 miles. This is again showing August 12th, but this is 3 p.m. to August 13th, 3 p.m. So I guess they're looking back at earlier the previous day. There's a few blips around 4, 5, and 6 p.m., very, very little. And then we have the 13th again. It says, data from this phone can be found within the Celebrite and Axiom reports on CD2 for this item number. End of item 40. Item 41. Item 41 is a black iPhone 7 which was secured with a PIN, 3387. The phone was removed from the evidence packaging and placed into the Ramsey box to prevent the phone from connecting to the cellular network. The phone was not in airplane mode. Once switched to airplane mode, the phone was processed using the tools described above. I briefly reviewed the phone's contents and noted several artifacts which were documented by way of processing photos. Some of those photos have been provided below. Photographs were taken on August 13, 2018 in the Roggen area. This information can be found within the locations data on the Celebrate report. A screen capture has been provided below. Then there's some GPS coordinates with the names of some files and the dates and times, all August 13th. 2 at 12:16 p.m. and 1 at 7:18 a.m. There's no actual pictures here. It says, I reviewed the web history for the phone and noted the following 2 entries which were deleted, and therefore date and timestamps are not available. One lists a Google search, and it says how to delete Instagram account. And the other is a Google search of 80 milligrams of oxycodone plus will. I don't know if that's referring to a will, but certainly interesting that there's a search for 80 milligrams of oxycodone. And remember, this is Chris's personal cell, item 41. Item 40 was his work cell. This is his personal cell. So I'm pretty sure, just looking at this, that he was most likely on drugs. Certainly I don't know that for a fact, but I know drugs can play into terrible crimes. Okay, web activity for August 12th through 13th, 2018 is shown below. I'll list off the item number and then what he was Google searching, etc. So number 77 is 4-star top secret Aspen area hotel, Snowmass Village Company. That's a Google search. That was on August 13th at 10:33 a.m. Number 78 was the well-known Metallica Battery lyrics that he was looking up. That was on August 13th as well at 10:10 a.m. Another Google search, number 79, for Battery Metallica lyrics. That's at the same time, so it looks like there's actually a few of those. So 78, 79, and 80, all at 10:10 for Battery Metallica lyrics. 81 was Home Primrose School of Erie at Vista Ridge, Daycare and Childcare in Erie, Colorado. He was probably getting the phone number for the call that he made. This was on August 13th at 8:26 a.m. So this is going backwards in time, if you can tell already. 82 was just going to the primroseerie.com website, and this is August 13th. This is at 8:26 as well. And then number 83 was Blueberries Nutrition, Google search. This is the day before on August 12th at 6:09 p.m. And it says, reviewing the timeline, sub-report revealed the following. Number 7779, this is I'm not going to read all the numbers here. So the first is an incoming call log, August 12th at 9:29 p.m. from Shanann. Then incoming instant message on August 12th at 9:44 p.m., so right after that, from Shanann. It reads, "Tried calling you to give you update. Was standing to board and they announced that our crew isn't here yet, and it's going to be a min of an hour before they are here." So that's announcing the delay of the flight back. He did not know, I guess, until 9:45 p.m. that she wasn't coming home until a lot later, from what I'm seeing here. Then an outgoing instant message to Shanann on August 12th. This is at 11:21 p.m., so about an hour and a half after she had texted him. It reads, "Holy crap, sorry I passed out on the couch. That's going to be late, B." Next is log entry, August 13th at 1:48 a.m. So this is the Vivint control panel. I'm not really sure what the information is referencing here, but it's just a log regarding the Vivint panel. Same on August 13th at 2:18 a.m. It just says like Wi-Fi in 0, Wi-Fi out 0, and then it gives some information on the area network. There's some numbers. I'm not sure what they mean. Okay, next is image location. There's a file here and a GPS coordinates. August 13th, 2018 at 7:18 a.m. That looks like it's out in the Roggin location. The next is an outgoing instant message on August 13th at 7:40 a.m. from Chris to Shanann. It says, "If you take the kids somewhere, please let me know where they are at," with an exclamation point. It's very, that's really interesting too, right? He's showing grave concern at 7:40 in the morning, saying, "If you take the kids somewhere, please let me know where they're at," right? Very concerned about knowing where they're going. But subsequently, he didn't seem to show much concern about where Shanann was taking them, right? Oh, just to a friend's, I don't know, to a friend's. It's, this is obviously a very planned placement of a text to show that he's concerned, which was pretty stupid in the end. Then an outgoing call log, August 13th at 8:25 a.m. To Shanann for 23 seconds. So that was about 45 minutes later after he had sent that text. Then next is web history, August 13th. This is at 8:26 a.m. So this is directly after that call. And that's the home of Primrose School of Erie. This is where, again, his daughters were supposed to be at school. Then there is an outgoing call 30 seconds later, which lasts 1 minute and 11 seconds, and that's surely the call to Primrose. Then an outgoing call 2 minutes later to Ann Meadows for 3 minutes and 40 seconds, who is the real estate agent. Then there's log entry at 9:58 a.m. on that same day, and it just states that it's Groupon, doesn't give more information. Then incoming call, Sandy Rusek, who I don't know if what this means, but he has the word mom in quotes in the middle. And it looks like he did not answer. The call time is 0, and that was at 10:03 a.m. We then have the searched for Battery Metallica lyrics at 10:10 a.m. So I assume he was searching on both phones. Then web history at 10:10. That's for the Battery lyrics. And then there's a few more entries of the same, all at 10:10. Then it says, health data. I manually reviewed the health data for the phone during the August 12th through 13th time frame and noted the below screenshots which may be of interest.
This activity is created based on movement of the phone during a given time frame. Additional screenshots can be found within the processing photos of this item. And then it shows walking and running distance. Again, this is on his personal cell now. And it is definitely a little more active. It says total 3 miles on August 13th. It goes a little further into August 13th evening. It's interesting. The 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock are there, but the 8 and 9 are very, very low compared to what was on his personal or what was on his work cell. And then you see a uptick in travel distance at noon, and then from 1 really all throughout the evening, with the highest being 5 o'clock being almost, which is then you have the highest at 5 o'clock, which is 0.7 miles. The next highest is at 11, which is 0.4. Flights climbed, total 11 floors, 2 and 3 p.m. you have 2 and 3 floors, 7 p.m. you have 3, 9 you have 1, and 11 you have 2. Next is walking and running distance. This is the same as before. This is the 3 miles. And then you have August 12th, 1 p.m. to August 13th, 1 p.m. And you have some movement around noon to 4 on August 12th. And then some downtime. Then 8 and 9, he's moving again. And nothing at 10, and then a little bit at 11. The next is the steps, which you have about 6,000 steps between August 12th at 10 p.m. to August 13th at 10 p.m., with the majority being 1 and 9 p.m. on August 13th. And the big spike is there at 5 p.m., which is about almost 1,500 steps taken. Then it says below is the location data found in the significant locations section of the phone. Greenwood Village, Colorado, Longmont, Greeley, Roggen, Morrisville, North Carolina. This is going back to August 7th. So the last 3 were Greenwood, Longmont, and Greeley, and then Roggen is July, Morrisville, August, Aberdeen, and this is, that's all when he was in North Carolina on the trip. It says the specific location within Roggen as seen from the satellite is not shown due to the phone being off the network. So this is just a screenshot thereafter of a blue circle with the location, I guess, that cannot be identified. Data from this phone can be found within the Celebrate and Axiom reports on CD2 for this item number. End of item 1. Okay, item number 42. And remember, this is Shanann's iPhone. Item 42 is a pink and white iPhone 7 which is secured with a 6-digit PIN 013119. That was Nico's due date. The phone was found to be in airplane mode and was processed using Axiom and Celebrate. This phone had in excess of 100 gigabytes of storage capacity and over 200,000 messages. I briefly reviewed the phone's content and documented several artifacts which can be found within the processing photos. Additionally, I have provided some of the health data activities below. Below are excerpts from the timeline sub-report found within the Celebrate report. So first is an incoming instant message on August 12th at 9:36 p.m. from Addie, and this is her writing something to suggest for Shanann to say this to Chris. Can you please tell me something, because just like you, I'm in my head. I'm really trying to fix things and make them better, and this is making me crazy. I know that you need time, and I want to give you what you're asking for and respect your space. It's so hard for me in so many ways, but I'm trying. This place that I'm in my head, is not a good place. It is not healthy for me and or Nico. I really want to help you. I really want to feel like I know what I did or didn't do to get to this place. I'm going crazy in my head trying to figure it out. I know I can't fix this by myself, and we are going to have to work together. If I could do anything to make this better, what would it be? And then Shanann writes back at 9:43 and says, do I text him that now? So next is the outgoing text message from Shanann to Chris that we read before. Tried calling you to give you update, was standing to board, and they announced that our crew isn't here yet, and it's going to be a min of an hour before they are here. Then again, outgoing from Shanann, finally on plane and about to take off. Thank God. Prayers for safe flight. Love you. So that was at 11:08 p.m. She still had not heard back from Chris, and then that's when Chris got back to her 13 minutes after that, saying, holy crap, sorry I passed out on the couch, that's going to be late. Next are a couple of web searches on August 13th at 12:29 a.m. of Southwest Airlines. Then next is a log entry of, looks like checking voicemail at 12:50 a.m. Then wireless network location 12:51 a.m. and it's Southwest Wi-Fi. Then a log entry at 1:02 a.m. This is something regarding Yelp. Then it lists the Denver Airport free Wi-Fi at 1:12 a.m., which is the wireless connection there. And then she texts landed with what looks to be sleepy emojis. And this is Shanann to Nikki and Cassie. And then incoming from Nikki to Shanann and to Cassie, we are home. And that's 2:01 a.m. on August 13th. Following that is the 7:40 a.m. text from Chris regarding if you take the kids somewhere, please let me know where they are at. Then the phone call and voicemail from Chris. And then the next incoming instant message is at 9 a.m. from Cassie. And this says, how are you doing, honey? And then a calendar, the appointment reminder, 9:05 a.m. for the doctor's appointment. And then there is a voicemail at 9:49 a.m. And then finally the instant message from Cassie that says, honey, you have me worried about you. Please tell me you're okay and just don't want to talk. Then it goes into health data activity. I manually reviewed the health data for the iPhone during the August 12th and 13th time frame and noted the below screenshots which may be of interest. This activity is created based on movement of the phone during a given time frame. Additional screenshots can be found within the processing photos of the item. So August 12th, which is that Sunday, steps 3792, sleep analysis 6 hours and 21 minutes. Then activity, walking and running distance 1.4 miles. This is all summarized data. It would actually be interesting to see this broken out. Oh, we will. Then next is August 13th, total steps 1,581, walking and running distance 0.58 miles, and flights climbed 3 floors. And then on August 13th, we have a total of 1,581 steps. It says 12 o'clock, there's about 100. And then at 1, you have well off the charts. That's when she's coming back. And then you have no activity until the 3 p.m. time frame, at which point they had found the phone around that time. Then August 12th, 12 p.m. to August 13th, 12 p.m., you see a total of 4,043 steps. Starting at noon, you have a bunch of activity. Then 3 and 4, nothing. Then starting back up at 5, you have activity with the spikes at 8 p.m. and the other spike, which we already reviewed at 1 a.m., and then no activity after that. Then you have the walking and running distance breakout, which is in line with the steps, and this is just the distance traveled, with again the final data being 1 a.m. Data from this phone can be found within the Celebrate and Axiom reports on CD2 for this item number, end of item number 42. Item 43. Item 43, this is the Mistress's cell phone. Item 43 is a black iPhone 6, which is secured with a PIN 650338. The phone was found to be in airplane mode at the time of processing. I conducted a brief manual review of the phone and then processed the phone with both Axiom and Celebrate. Data from this phone can be found within the Celebrate and Axiom reports on CD2 for this item number. I reviewed the data and found within the Celebrate's timeline and noted the following entries. So the first is web history, August 14th at 3:40 p.m., and it reads, and there's a prayer emoji and a heart, and it says, please share and pray that beautiful Shanann Watts and her 2 precious daughters are found safe. They are from the Erie and Frederick, Colorado area. Shanann Watts and her 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, are missing. She made it home to Colorado from Scottsdale at 2 a.m. Her husband left for work at 5 a.m., but Shanann never made it to the school for the girls' first day back. Her car and phone were found at home, but these 3 have not been found. Shanann is 15 weeks pregnant. Thank you and God bless. I assume that's something she posted somewhere, which is disturbing because the following entries are as follows. August 14th, 5 p.m. Can cops trace text messages? That's a Google search she made. Then there's web history, August 14th at 5:24 p.m. How long do phone companies keep text messages? Then on August 14th at 5:25, it says difference between text message content and text message detail. So she must have learned something quickly from the previous search that got her to then look at what text message content and text message detail differences are. So then next is web history and search item a minute later. It says difference between text message content and text message detail again. That is on for the next 4 entries. And then probably the most ironic of them all at 5:26 says, can you get printouts of text messages? And that's from her reading something on the Verizon community. And then it says several searches for Christopher Watts can be found prior to August 12th. These entries appear to have been deleted. I searched for the numbers, it gives the 2 phone numbers, and found no results. I did locate name searches for Chris Watts dated back to August 3rd, 2017, and Shanann Watts back to January 7th, 2018. These entries were deleted but were recoverable. And so you see those 2 searches, one for Shanann, one for Chris. Again, Chris is on August 3rd, 2017, and Shanann, January 7th, 2018. Then it reads, both reports should be reviewed in their entirety. End of item 43. So, I mean, I don't want to get into a big debate, but it's very clear that she was covering something, whether it's her own texts or on behalf of Chris. Because when you learn about something like this, you do not start searching for whether or not cops can trace text messages, how long phone companies keep text messages. I'm not implying anything specific except that there was something she was hiding. People don't do this unless they're hiding something. The CD2 has been placed into the evidence vault pending release back to the submitting agency. As requested, 2 working copies will be created, one for Detective Prill and the second for submitting agency. Due to the large volume of data, no lab copy will be created. The original data has been placed on CD2. The forensic data will be maintained for only 120 days. And this is signed by Darren Ford, Detective CBI. That's where we're going to end part 57 on page 1784 after going through all of this evidence on the text messages and phone web searches and things from Shanann's phone and Chris's and the Mistress. And it's certainly hard to read a lot of those text messages, especially from Shanann, Clearly, she was distraught over everything, trying to get help from her friend on how to approach Chris about everything. She was busy trying to plot their continued marriage and saving their marriage, and he was busy plotting on how to rid of her, which is just unbelievable. I also found it very interesting going through the Mistress's phone records. I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of those before, but going through them in this manner certainly is enlightening, especially that first text message or post, rather. She seemed to have posted all about Shanann and finding Shanann and helping, find them, and then goes on and starts searching about how to get rid of everything on her phone. So I'm very bothered by that. Again, I'm not implying any specific involvement. I'm just saying that you don't do that after this happens. You don't start deleting messages and searching on how to delete messages. If you have nothing to hide, you would not do that. Lord, I pray for the Rusek family, and I hope that this holiday that they recently went through, that they were able to enjoy it as much as possible, hopefully celebrating the lives of Shanann, Bella, Cece, and even Nico, and just the beautiful people that they were and the joy that they brought them and every moment that they got to share together. I ask that, you help them to continue to grieve, which I'm sure they are, and I'm sure this was a very, very difficult holiday season for them. Lord, we ask that you put your hand over them and bless them and strengthen them as they continue to go through this. And we ask that you bring just more peace to them each year and with each passing season. Please just somehow let them know that we're out there in support of them, we love them, and we pray for them. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much for listening. We will have part 58 out soon. I have already recorded most of it. I'm trying to move forward a bit more quickly and close out this project. That should happen soon. I'm not going to keep giving dates because I keep passing them. So thank you for just supporting, encouraging, being here, and I will see you soon. This is The Diplomat. Have a great day.